Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the home of the Everglades Holiday Park. The park itself sits on about 40 acres, guys, and it offers wildlife encounters and alligator shows, which we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But first of all, me and my wife are going to go out into the wild out here looking for alligators on one of their airboat tours. These tours are about an hour long, and they run around $40 plus tax per person, but that also includes your ticket into the alligator show later on. Now, these boats do set pretty low to the water. As you can see, it's kind of tough to get in, and it holds a lot of people. We were lucky enough to get on one of the outsides where it almost feels like those things could just crawl in there with you. But we did have a tour guide who took us around and showed us these amazing, beautiful creatures.
After the tour, do you have any ideas on what we should name it? Let me know. Give me a female and male name because I'm not really sure which one this is as of yet.
One of the other things that kind of surprised me about this trip was just how loud these motors were. They did tell you to put your fingers in your ear.
Ready or not, here we go.
Now, they weren't near as fast as I thought they were going to be, but I guess it's pretty impressive if you think about the amount of people that thing's pushing through that water. There were times we would slow down and get right up in those lily pads, guys, and this is where I was talking about, where it feels like you're so close to the water, one of those dudes can just jump up and snap at you anytime. Now, any of you that know me know I wasn't happy just skimming along those cattails. I had to plunge something in the water there to check it out. Now, nothing took the bait and ate my camera, but how cool a shot would that have been, guys, seeing the big old razor teeth coming up. Look at the size of this thing. Now, from a distance, these things don't look all that big. I mean, they just kind of slink through the water there, you can see, but that's probably an 8-footer, 7 to an 8-footer out there. I'm using a zoom to get in close, but yeah, they're pretty big creatures when they come up to you. And these things have zero fear of us or the boat, guys. I'm sure they see us out there, see these boats out there quite often, and I did ask if they fed these things or made them come up to the boat, and I guess that's illegal. You can't feed them or lure them in any way. But evidently these birds, you can put bread and try to get them to come in. They're quite common out there, and I'm going to say this wrong, but they are called the purple gallinule, and they're closely related to chickens. But yeah, he would get up on the boat there and eat the bread that the tour guide was putting out there. It was kind of a neat thing. The tour guide did an amazing job of showing us some of the local plant life and animal life out there. And he also showed us some things you could eat and survive on, as well as how to make a necklace out of some reeds.
When you're doing this, you gotta be careful because it is a flower, it's delicate. So, you could easily break. So you gotta treat her nice, just like you do with your wife. I hope. The Everglades. It doesn't really matter what the reason is the boat is not working anymore. If you're stranded out here with your family, your wife will blame you. So this can be your gamble. Number one, she's gonna get happy because you did something nice. Number two, most likely because she wants to go home, she will smack you in the face with a knife.
So like I said, guys, that tour was almost an hour long, had refreshments and a lot of information. That alone, if you ask me, was worth the $40 to get in. But we were on our way back to shore here, guys. I bet we've seen probably 15 or 20 alligator, and we're going to go back to the park area now and see the alligator show. But not before I tried just one more time to dip that camera in the water and have an alligator take a bite out of it. When we got back, guys, we were hungry, so we got a bag of chips and something to drink. But we ran into these birds, and these birds were all over us. Obviously, they were looking for food, but it was kind of neat to be that close to such pretty birds and be part of their habitat for a minute. I guarantee you these birds have never worked for food a day in their life. Every tourist that comes through here feeds them. I promise you that. Even my wife got involved with the feedings, but I think she just about lost a finger on that one. So then it was off to the gator show, guys, and all of these gators that are in this part of the rescue area or the rescue of the park, with the Gator Boys are gators that have been pulled out of people's swimming pools, out of their playground areas, and things like that. Sometimes even out of their bedrooms, they said. And these alligators can no longer be around or out in the wild. They associate people with food, so they are kept here in the sanctuary. And part of your ticket goes for their upkeep and maintenance and food.
Every single day. Now let's see. Looking for a specific individual.
This guy is literally wading knee deep through alligators, guys, and they're not even bothering me. But I'm telling you, I love adrenaline, and I don't think that I would be doing this anytime soon.
It's in here somewhere.
Goodness.
This is all really moving, guys. They're way too lazy. Heavies. Oh, maybe like anywhere between 150 to 200, somewhere there. If he lets me open up his mouth. Okay, guys, here's 80 teeth in here. 40 on the top, 40 on the bottom. Now, they can actually break the teeth off, throw them back, and they cycle through several thousand in a lifetime. Now, that comes in handy because of how hard he can bite. A large alligator can bite down with an entire ton of force within his mouth. That is a whopping 2,000 pounds per square inch of power. Now, even though he can bite down so hard, you can keep his mouth shut with your bare hands, as you keep doing right now. All of that power is for closing. By that, I mean people that feed them. The second you guys feed this dude, he learns to associate people with food.
I think one thing I did notice about these gators in this sanctuary is, guys, they're well fed and they could really care less about people and don't even want to be messed with. To be honest, they're kind of lazy, but this guy's a pretty brave guy, nonetheless. I gotta say.
I'm gonna give you guys a thumbs up to the side like this. If anything goes horrifically wrong, switch your camera from photo to video. Don't be sketchy. And put up. Thank you so much.
So after the alligator show, guys, we did leave and go to the back part of the park, which is almost like a zoo back there. I didn't show you any of that because if you've been to a zoo, you've seen this. I mean, they've got stuff like the coral snake, they've got fish, they've got fox, peacock, an eagle, largemouth bass, skunks, turtles, things like that. Nothing real special, but it was nice to walk through that area, and all of those animals are rescued as well. These are just animals that they cannot put back into the wild, guys. It's just not safe for them or for the people that would be around them. And at the end of the zoo section, they did have a baby alligator you could hold, but there was an upcharge, I believe, of $25 for that.
And give it to the gator, guys. Notice he just gets up and he waddles away. Let's see for how long.
So anyway, yeah, that's going to about do it. Everglades Holiday Park. If you're ever in Fort Lauderdale and you got an afternoon to kill, price is right, and it's a whole lot of fun, guys. Anyway, I appreciate you coming along. And until next time, this is Scary Bear signing off. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Love you. Have a good one.